Hello Reborners, my name is Karen and this is Making Dolls with Karen. We're back with Wendy. I don't remember if I called her Wendy in the first video or not. I might have called her Sandy. I almost called her Sandy this time. Even though I put dark, what I thought was dark blush on her face, you can barely see it. And the same thing with her feet. It's just in her toes and her fingers. It's just not dark. I'm going to have to do it again. It's not dark enough. It won't play through to the end, and I want it to. And I need to readjust her stuffing in her face. She's going to have a lopsided face if I don't. It usually straightens out when you stuff it with the polyfill, though. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put some more on her face. Hopefully this time it'll be enough. This is what I was talking about. You don't want to forfeit a pretty doll because you're in a hurry to get finished with them. We want to take our time and do our dolls correctly. And I want her to be darker than she is, so I'm going to reapply. And hopefully this time it will be enough. We just want light color over the eyes. We just don't want it to be completely bare over her eyes. Okay, we're gonna dab that a little bit, spread it out. Little on her chin. And that looks a little better to me. She doesn't have enough stuffing in her head, I don't think. It will keep her head from collapsing, though. That's what we want to do. When the head collapses, sometimes it causes a fissure to open up in their head. I think that's what happened to Candy. There, that looks pretty good. We're going to go with that for the second bake, I think. We'll let it dry a few minutes while I work on her hands and feet. Once again, her hands and feet are just too light. I just dipped my blue brushes, but I'm going to go on and paint the bottom of her foot anyway. Again, the colors are just not holding true. This is one of those dolls. This is what I'm talking about when I say some dolls retain their color better than others. I don't know why, but that's what happens. So we're going to repaint the bottom of her feet as well. We're going to do a lot less dabbing this time because we don't want to take off all the color we just put on. We just want them a little bit darker. They're just not quite there yet. We don't want them to look faded out. That's what she looks faded out, kind of. Can't promise that it's going to look perfect ever, but you know, you can always do a little better than it is. That's a little better. She's going to get quickly back into the oven to be re-baked because we can't put paint over the top of this. It will just wash it off. So we're going to have to do her a little bit in the oven first. Just really darkening her shades a little. Promise that it's going to really do that much good, but just touching it up some. Okay, I'm going to redo her lips and nails again because, well, they're going to be a little bit pale too. The more chances you get to add color to the places that you're trying to build, the better you're going to build it. I don't want to waste this bake and not do this. because we want nice nails, and it takes layers to do it. Putting on one really thick layer is usually not productive. It's counterproductive, actually, because it looks so scraggly and funny that you're ending up having to put more paint over it to smooth it out anyway. So, better some thinner layers, to me, anyway. We want to end up with the prettiest doll we can make. And if doing 2 steps of enhancements is that, then that's what we need to do. I have almost altogether quit using yellow on my dolls, because even though I like the way it looks on the doll, when you're finished with the doll, I don't really think it's adding anything. On the dolls that I've put it on, if you compare it to a doll I didn't put it on, you literally cannot tell any difference. So yellow is off of my colors for right now. I'm not saying I'll never use it again. I'm just saying I'm not using it right now. I also don't use all that much purple. I know this doll got a lot of purple, but purple is not a color that I'm comfortable with usually. I use it mostly only just for the shadowy effect that you get from it. And I felt like this doll needed that because she's got such a good face for it. Enhancements, that is. And so I wanted to accentuate some of her lines on her face, and so that's why I used the purple. I don't want to see purple on my doll. I merely want to have the shadowy effect that it causes. It darkens the area where you're putting the paint to the point where it looks like a shadow. And then as you put the colors on top, the shadow becomes more pronounced, a little bit more anyway. That's what I find. While we're doing this, I want to talk to people about subscribing to my channel and following me and sharing my videos and liking my videos. A lot of people watch the videos, but they don't bother to push like. It's not because they don't like them. I mean, some people are not going to like them. It's just that people just don't bother to do that. It's just an extra step they don't want to go through or something. I don't know. But it's a real easy thing to do. It's just a button. You just push it. And it helps me a lot if I think people are liking my videos. I mean, you might be liking them and just not pushing like. And I think, well, I don't get very many likes. Maybe I'm doing it all wrong or something. It's discouraging, if that makes sense. And I want to keep doing my videos because I enjoy doing them. Plus, I want to know that somebody likes them, that people are actually looking at them and liking them. It seems important to me. I don't know if it's really important in the scheme of life, but it seems important. Because if you think nobody's liking them, you're not as liable to keep doing them, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm going to ask everybody, if you're watching my video, try to watch it to the end. If you can't watch the entire video, if it's getting too boring, just fast forward to the end, or close to the end, and finish watching the last few minutes, because that shows that you watched it. I don't think you get a watch unless they watch the whole thing. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's the way it goes. And also, push like. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more in her nose as well. And this short little 9-minute video is going to go back into the oven now. This baby's going back in the oven to get another bake before we come back and start doing her layers. We're one step away now. I'm pretty sure this is going to do it for the enhancements. I was a little questionable on the other enhancements. I'm going to check her purple because, well, I want it to show as well. I just dipped my purple brushes, so I don't know how good they'll do to enhance her any further. I don't think she needs it, really. She looks purple enough to me. I mean, it's shadowy. That's the way I want it to look. And I may kabuki her just slightly. I don't know. She has a little bit of a hard stop over here. Maybe I can just pat it out with this. I don't like that harsh, hard stop right there. Okay. All right, we're going to get her back in the oven real quick. So please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and happy reborning.